Can I have a moment of your time for some really good news? Did you know that God needs nothing? I love the way that the psalmist writes this and records the Lord speaking when he says in Psalms 50, "If I were hungry, I would not tell you, for the world and its fullness is mine." What God is conveying in this psalm is that he doesn't come to us to express his needs because he doesn't have any. He's all powerful, almighty, all wisdom, all strength, all power, all everything. He is the great I am after all. And then that verse goes on to show that he's not after a transactional relationship. The context is he's discussing how year after year the people of God would bring sacrifices of bulls and goats and sheep and lambs, but they didn't give it with their heart. It was a duty, it was an action. And he didn't want this transactional relationship. He wanted pure love, pure affection. And he goes on in Psalms 50, verse number 15 now, and says this: "Call upon me in the day of trouble, and I will deliver you, and you shall glorify me." See, the transaction relationship is going away, and instead, what he's saying is, I want you to live a life dependent on the one who needs nothing. And then when life becomes hard and a challenge, do not have a transactional relationship. Instead, pour your heart and affection and trust in me, and I will deliver you, which then will result in what will be non transactional. It'll be genuine worship. It won't be the running through the ritual and the duty of doing spiritual things. It will be authentic because the one who needs nothing comes in his power and strength to interact with his people. This makes the God of the Bible so much different than any other ideology in the world. And that's why I think the prophet Isaiah says this. This is in Isaiah chapter 64, verse 4. He writes, "From of old no one has heard or perceived by the ear, nor eye has seen a God beside you who acts for those who wait on him." Some translations say, "who work for those who wait on him." And so here's the principle that I want you to hear and know that's such good news. The God that we serve lacks nothing. He needs nothing. And this is an invitation to the fullest and most glorious life, that if we turn all of our heart towards him and trust him, he will act in our lives, which will then produce genuine worship and affection, and he gets the glory from us, which is exactly what he wants from us. So by God working in our lives and us glorifying him, we live out the life that he wants. So may you trust and rely on God in ways you never have before. May you trust in the God who needs nothing.